Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a quick play! So here we are playing Rise of the Robots for Sega Genesis. This is the top worst Sega Genesis games part 1. And this is the introduction right here. The introduction might be the only nice thing about the game. Hey, look at that. And we're almost at the title screen. It's taking a little while, and here we are. Rise of the Robots. Let me look at that. You have that scary music in the background, so you know that you're going to be playing a shitty game. And before we go into the game, we have a little bit of an introduction right here. And the introduction actually looks surprisingly not bad for the Sega Genesis. I mean, it looks ugly, but still, considering that this is on Genesis, it actually looks pretty good. And we have, yeah, I remember this game. We have some mechs coming at us, like some mech warrior shit. Look at that. It's turning red. You know what that means? It means someone's getting pissed off. And finally, the game's starting. Yeah, this is definitely one of the worst Super Nintendo games, and it's also one of the worst Sega Genesis games. Although it does look a little better on Sega Genesis for whatever reason, I'm not sure why. Is it me, or did that countdown on top go by really fast? I mean, what, 2 seconds, 1 second? What the fuck was that? It's what, 30 seconds to play the game. I'll play it around at least. I mean, come on. This game is nothing but punching and kicking. Punching and kicking. And that's about it. So there's also no character select screen also. You just play as one character and that's it. You know, 30 seconds is not enough to kick that thing's ass. I don't get why each round is 30 seconds. The controls are so sluggish. They don't what the fuck? Maybe they gave it 30-second rounds because they were afraid to let you play it longer than 30 seconds. Yeah, they probably knew that their game sucked ass. I mean, look at this. This is definitely one of the worst fighting games of all. This is definitely way worse than Shadow. So here we are playing Harry Potter on the Sega Genesis. That's right. There was actually a Harry Potter game on the Sega Genesis. It was an unlicensed game that somehow ended up being on the Sega Genesis. This is an example of what the game looks like. We don't know for sure when this released. I'm not sure if it was 2001 or 2002, but it definitely released far past the Sega Genesis lifespan. And this is the game right here, and right away, one thing you're going to notice is that the game is sluggish as hell, and the controls don't respond that well to the game at all. And when you push up, you don't even hold the up button to walk. He's walking by itself. Like, almost like Pac-Man, for Christ's sake. He just push the direction. He's just continuously walking by himself. And there's like no objective to the game at all. Like, what the hell are you supposed to be doing? Is he supposed to be eating Pac-Balls? I mean, come on. I mean, the best way to describe it is this. Basically, Pac-Man and Harry Potter had a baby, and now came this atrocity. I mean, what the fuck is that? Is that a naked baby or a creature? And you cannot walk on the grass for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe the grass will kill you. I have no idea. And literally all the other buttons on the controller don't do anything. And that's Harry Potter. That little fat thing right there with the glasses. Forbidden Forest. Okay. How the hell did I end up going to the next level? What did I do? So now we are in a different Sonic 3D Blast. Different level right here. I'm pretty sure they stole those graphics from Sonic 3D Blast. That looks very, very familiar. And as you can see there, it's very, very easy to die in this game. So this is basically a ripoff of Sonic 3D Blast. To a certain extent, but a lot fucking boring. And with Harry Potter, it's very, very easy to get a game over as soon as you bump into an enemy. There's no way of killing the enemy, so it's like if you get cornered, you get cornered. That's it. I mean, at first glance, when you look at like a screenshot of the game, it almost looks like something like Harvest Moon or something like that. It looks like some RPG type game, but once you play the game, it's like, what the hell is this? Now, interestingly enough, they still sell a lot of bootleg Sega Genesis games that are unlicensed over in Russia. They sell them on eBay. You can still buy these games, which is pretty interesting. But these games are horrible. We will probably see more unlicensed games on part 2 or part 3 of the worst Sega Genesis games. I mean, this is pretty bad. Now our next Sega Genesis game, now this time we were actually playing a game that's licensed to be on the Sega Genesis, not an unlicensed game this time. So we're playing Time Killers. Now upon doing research, apparently this game is one of the worst games on Sega Genesis. We're going to take a look and figure out the reason why. I don't think I've ever played this before. Maybe I have. I played so many games I don't remember, but this is the title screen right here. And it says Time Killers, and it looks pretty bloody looking. Look at that. It looks like it might be a fighting game right here. We just have to pick our character. I mean, who should we pick? Let's pick that thug guy right here. His name is Thug. Look at that. Look at that face. Alright, so this definitely is a fighting game of some sort. The graphics look kind of ridiculous. Whoa, what the hell was that? What the fuck? That was the quickest round in a fighting game I've ever seen in my life. Look at my head. Just laying right there. What the hell was that? What the fuck was that shit? He killed me in one shot. Oh god. What a prick. I've never seen a fighting game where you die in one hit. What the fuck is that thing anyways? Is that purple praying mantis? I'll say the difficulty is kind of unpredictable at this point because I managed to beat the computer right there, but the first round he freaking wrecked me in one shot, which I don't get. But the graphics kind of look not that good, to be honest. I mean, the character models look okay, but the backgrounds look kind of shitty. What the fuck? That was my arm! As far as the sound effects, so, you know. If you're okay with your ears splitting, then you're okay with the sound. This game might be one of those games that it's so bad, it's good. But it's definitely a bad game. I'm going to play it one more time. This game actually takes advantage of the 6-button controller too, which is kind of strange. Just all the punch buttons are on top, and the kick buttons are on the bottom. Oh, what the hell? My head just flew off my body. Look at that. Son of a bitch. This game is pretty bloody and gruesome. And usually that's a good thing, but I don't think it helps this game out that much. This might be one of the most violent Sega Genesis games, to be honest. You can actually cut your limbs off. James Pond Part 3. Now, this game had at least, 3 games, of course. And I don't think any of them were really that great. But let's check out the third one. The third one was exceptionally not that good. This may be the title screen right here, I think. So this game kind of blatantly ripped off Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario. Somehow. There's a little story before you go into the game. Let's see if we can get past this point. This kind of sucks. And this is the title screen. It's about time. Not that good of a title screen. Kind of sucks. And this appears to be a map similar to Super Mario World. What the hell am I doing here? Okay, you have to push start. That was a little confusing. See, we're gonna get ready. And it's a platformer. Look at this. I mean, I'll give you that the animation's actually pretty good on it. But the main character is really cheesy looking. Almost looks like a Yoshi ripoff or a Ninja Turtle ripoff. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out the controls on this game. And apparently in this game, in order to hit an enemy, you have to actually hold down the C button. You have to actually push different directions to actually hit. So the left and right direction pad actually does the hitting, which is a clusterfuck. So if you push the C button, it doesn't do anything except for that. What the fuck is that? Get your ass over here, kick your ass. Alright, so if you jump up on this thing... Come on, get up there, you fuck. This game I actually never played before. What the fuck is that? Are you supposed to be able to do that? That does not look right. What the hell's the point of that? So this is a very interesting platformer. Oh, you're sorting like hell. What the hell? You ain't Sonic the Hedgehog. This game right here. You can actually pick up different objects and use different objects in the game. The controls are not that bad, except for the punching part. It's pretty safe to say that the Sega Genesis did not really have too many bad games, for the exception of just had a lot of sports games, but other than that, it had a pretty solid library of games. I'm holding a block of cheese in my hand right now, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to eat it or drop it. Do something with the damn cheese. text popping up on the screen. That text is kind of hard to read a little bit. It's not really that pleasant on the eyes. And the problem is it happens quite a bit. And they definitely sold that from Super Mario. And right now we're walking down here, and you can tell they sold that from Sonic. Yeah, I didn't know that Sonic and Mario had a crackhead baby, but this is it right here. I believe that's the end of the stage right there, I'm not sure. Yeah, area cleared, so we just made it through the first level. It's not that difficult. And much like Super Mario World, you have a little map right here. We can actually navigate to the next level. Only to end up dying. Combining Super Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog together is probably not the greatest thing in the world. It's not going to work out too well, but you see there we have a game over already, so it doesn't take long to get a game over. And the game itself is not that bad, but still not that good either. Quick play! Stay tuned for a part